right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock, beautiful Tuesday morning. Matt Gibbs is in the studio from Sunrise Automotive. If I can take a quick moment to kind of do a little ad-libbed advertisement for Matt. I go to Matt when my car needs fixing, and I also went to Matt when I needed a new car because he also has Crossroad Auto Sales over there. And I've actually seen a car just like mine with the Crossroad Auto Sales sticker on the back, or whatever you call that thing, the decal. Anyway, I go to Matt for one simple reason. I trust him. That's it. I trust him with the price. I trust him with the knowledge. I just trust him. So if something goes wrong, the car ends up there. He finds it in the morning with my key in that little box. And I haven't done it in a while, knock on wood. I don't want to jinx myself, Robin. I don't like having to drop something in that box. I don't like having to do that. But anyway, I know that if I do, that you'll call me up and say, Larry, what are you doing with this car? How was that? Does that sound like you?
Yeah, that sounds like me.
That was sort of an imitation of you.
Yeah, thanks.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Do you know what we're doing?
What are we doing?
Robin and I are going to New York in November by train.
Right.
And everybody says, are you doing the auto train? Well, we're not. But every time they ask me, I think, well, maybe I should. Maybe next time. So what do? You put your car on the train, and do you know anything about this?
Well, I know when I was working for Lyle's Motors that was a few years ago. Gator Lyle's, he owned the Oldsmobile GMC dealership here in town, Lyle's Motors. And back in the day, he would take him and his wife and his kids, and Gator always had a motorhome. And they would take the motorhome, and put it on a train car.
Wow.
And bring another vehicle.
Wow.
And they put it all on this is your train car.
Yeah.
And they would take trips. And so you would stay in your motorhome so you don't have to drive. So you got to enjoy your motorhome and, got to enjoy the scenery. And then they'd stop,
You stay in the motorhome while the train is
going. Yeah.
Well, you don't sit in your car while you're taking the auto train.
No, you don't. But... I guess they just bring put your car on in a box and take it. That's kind of like taking a ferry, I guess.
Okay. So do they drive it up onto the train, or do you?
I think they put the motorhome up on the train, secure it and everything, and then they stop, and then you bring another vehicle, and then you get in your car, and then you have 4 hours or whatever to go. And
where does it go? It goes from Sanford. I know that. Does it go?
I don't know where they. I think they started in the Midwest somewhere and went all up through Canada and through Alaska and stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can do if you just kind of.
Is there anything you need to know car mechanic wise? Like, is it going to be? You button down the hatches or something?
I don't know, but I'm sure they do. But
I mean, nothing with the springs or the shocks. Everything's going to be okay.
Everything will be all right.
All right. We do have a phone call coming in. Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Yeah. Good morning. Yes. The auto train runs from Sanford to Lorton, which is just outside Washington D.C., Lorton, Virginia.
Oh.
No stops. They change crew over in the middle of the night in Carolina, but you don't get off the train there. But it's basically nonstop Sanford to Washington D.C. Actually, Lorton, Virginia. You have to be down at Sanford at a particular hour. I forget what, and they load the car on the rack cars, and then you get you have the option of either a coach seat or a sleeper. The coach seat being less expensive, and then you get off in Virginia and you retrieve your car and you go wherever you're going to go.
How long of a trip is that?
I believe it's something on the order of 12 to 14 hours.
Oh, wow. That's pretty. I might look into that because my wife's family is up in the D.C. area. So
is that right? Yeah. Wow, that's perfect for you.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, the details are on Amtrak.com.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. Yeah, I should have looked.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you, Jim. Good stuff.
Okay, have a good day.
Thank you.
So you're if you have family in D.C., then you're right there.
Well, the family's in Manassas, Virginia.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
you know that would be just different
That would.
because I hate that drive.
You know, I think I might too. Hate it. I used to like it when I was younger, but I think as I got older, I don't want to do it anymore.
I don't like driving home from work, and I only live 3 miles away.
Yeah, but you must like some drives. Like when you hear about the Blue Ridge Parkway and some of those.
Yeah, now that's pretty. But you got to drive for 9 hours
Just to get
there.
But do you like driving on the beach, even though we're starting to do away with that?
Yeah,
I was like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that kind of stuff. But to make a trip, man, I'd much rather fly.
I'm with you. Yeah.
I mean, when I moved Joey up to Illinois, that was a long drive. I was so thankful. I drove him up there in his car, dropped him off, set him up, and I flew home.
Yeah. Well, so would you enjoy driving if you? I know you don't like to talk about the self-piloting cars, but would you enjoy the drive more if the car drove you and you could just take a nap?
Absolutely. If I could go to sleep, yeah, wake me up when we get there, car.
I don't know how this is going to work out. They say it works. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, the technology is changing, so it's incredible.
Yeah. So are you doing anything for the fall? Like any auto shows or anything like that? We were talking about one off the air. I don't know if you want to talk about it or not, but you used to do auto shows like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a judge at some auto shows and got involved with some auto shows, but I don't think I'm going to get involved with anything this year. Like we've been so busy at the shop that what I'd like to do is we celebrated our 25th year wedding anniversary in September.
Yes.
And I'd like to do something really cool for my wife. I hope she's not listening.
No, she's not.
Okay.
She never does.
No, she never does.
Yes, she does.
No, I know. She's called in a couple times.
Yeah.
And but I'd like to do something this fall, something with her. Now that all the children are gone, and it's just me and her at the house, and I'd like.
So can I say what you said off the air, on the air, because I think your wife will appreciate this.
Okay.
All right. I was talking about, I got in my car this morning, and before this car, I had that little Sebring, which was a pretty little convertible red car. Wasn't it red? Yeah, I think it was. Okay. And I got in my car, and I was thanking you, even though you weren't in the car. I was thanking you for saying this is the car I should have and not that other one. And I was comparing it to, when you're looking for a girlfriend. Like, I went for the pretty one and not the practical one, you see? And then you said, well, I got both.
Yes.
Talking about your wife.
Yes.
That was sweet.
Yeah, I did.
So you just got a brownie point. I helped you get a brownie point.
Thanks, Larry.
Now you get a little discount on my next oil change or
Always,
something?
brother. Always.
Oh, my gosh. All right, the phone lines are open if you want to ask a question about your car. We're up against the break, so we'll take a break, but your phone calls are important. The number is 622-9622. Let's take that little break, and we'll be right back with Matt after this.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Partly sunny on this Tuesday, warm but humid with a shower or thunderstorm in spots, mainly during the afternoon hours. High 86 at the coast to 91 inland. Patchy clouds Tuesday night, low 69 inland, 77 along the coast. Wednesday, times of clouds and sun with a shower or thunderstorm in spots, mainly near the coast. The high 85 to 89. Thursday, partly sunny, high 84 to 88. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Pay your taxes, eat your vegetables, watch your weight, mow the lawn, clean the house. We all have stuff we don't want to do. Isn't it about time you did something you wanted to do? Like getting your pilot's license? At Ocala Aviation, they make it fun and easy, and you can start by taking one of their Discovery flights. For only $99, you get to go up in the airplane with an FAA-certified flight instructor and actually fly the plane yourself. It's a perfect way to see if flying is for you. And once you get that ultimate feeling of freedom, Ocala Aviation can train you to get your pilot's license. Ocala Aviation also offers commercial flight training for those looking to make a career change and enter the world of commercial aviation. Ocala Aviation is conveniently located at the Ocala International Airport. So if you're ready to start your adventure, stop by or give them a call today.
And Baldwin right here on WOCA The Source from 9 till 10 a.m. Carol Ann will take your phone calls, and she'll even check out your photos on her In the Garden Facebook page. Grab a tall glass of something refreshing and spend an hour in the garden with Carol Ann each Tuesday morning, right here on The Source, WOCA.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
All right, 17 minutes after 10 o'clock. We talk about everything but cars, actually. Everything but cars. We're just talking about religion right now. The phone line is open. Hey, you remember the Plastic Jesus song? Remember do you remember that song about the Plastic Jesus on my dashboard?
No.
No, you remember that song? I don't know if it was making fun of religion or not. It might have been. But the point is that you are, when you're driving, I always pray when I drive. Do you pray when you drive?
Yeah, So, yeah, sometimes I have to repent while I drive. I was driving down the road one day, and this guy cuts me off, and it took a moment. And I composed myself, and then I said, "Lord, forgive me." And my son was sitting right next to me, and he goes, "Dad." He said, "Can I ask you a question?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Why did you ask God to forgive you?" And I said, "Because of the thoughts that I just had over this guy that cut me off."
Robin and I saw some kids getting out of their car right over here at the stoplight by Publix. So we're all stopped, and these kids get out of this truck, and then they run over to this lady in a Volkswagen, like they're yelling at her for something. And I'm thinking, gosh, people just taking road rage to the extremes. Like nobody was in a wreck or anything. Just let it go. You know? So, oh, wow. People are weird. All right, we have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Yeah, good morning. See, I hear Larry saying you were discounting oil changes.
Is that what you heard?
Only if you give brownie points.
Oh, well, okay. I got a couple I can give you. You got a wonderful dealership, and you got a lot of great cars for sale. When can I come in for my change?
That's a compliment. That's not a brownie point.
Come on. And actually, to be honest with you, we make no money on oil changes.
I know. That's why I hate telling you for an oil change. I don't want to take money away from you.
By the time the oil that I buy to put in everybody's car costs a little bit more. By the time I pay the technician to change the oil, by the time we add the filter and all the additional fluids and everything that, if you're low on anything, we fill it up, and we don't charge you anything for that. It's really a non-money maker for us. It's just
that's kind of like the same thing with filling stations, right? They don't make a lot of money on gas.
Yeah, I mean, most of the gas station. Well, I owned a gas station for some time, and we're working on a half a cent per gallon.
Yeah.
There's not. So you really got to pump a whole lot of gas to make a little bit of money.
Or sell a lot of candy bars and soda.
That's where the money is.
Yeah.
I used to tell my guys, I said, go out and check the oil. When someone comes in, ask them, can I check your oil? If you sell 1 quart of oil, that we'll make more money on 1 quart of oil than we would on a whole tank full of gas.
Wow.
Boy, and that's something.
Wow.
Yeah. See, a real quick question. The fellow that does your detailing, do you know if he does house calls?
No, he does not do house calls.
Okay, fine. I know he does a wonderful job, so I guess I'm going to have to just make an appointment with him, and
Yes, he does an incredible job.
Right. Okay, thanks a lot, Matt.
Thanks, sir.
I bet he has some stories to tell. Does he ever say to you, you would not believe the crud on this guy's steering wheel or something like that?
Oh, my gosh. I felt so bad because I brought him 2 cars this week.
Yeah.
That were absolutely horrendous.
In what way?
Just filthy, nasty, disgusting cars. It's
inside and out?
Inside, outside, underneath, through and through. And it's amazing. He'll take a car that I'm telling you, it looks like it needs to go to the junkyard.
Yeah.
And we get it back, and it's like that can't be the same car.
How much does it charge?
Well, it depends on what it is. But it's amazing what this guy.
So if I went to the car wash and I threw away all the cups and bottles that I have in my car, and I vacuumed it out, so that I did the best I could, and then I brought it to you.
That and to be on the 2 cars that I brought him to him yesterday. That's what we did.
And it was still yucky.
Oh, it was disgusting.
Like what? Like smoke or?
Well, I mean, like people put their baby diapers or underneath the back. You know what I'm saying?
What?
It's just disgusting. Just this flat disgusting.
So you had to do the big junk, and
Well, I mean, I just didn't want to do that to him, and he's
I don't
looking
blame
at the car, and he's like, "Oh my goodness gracious!" Yeah, I mean, there's times, and he has to pull the interior, pull the carpet out of a car, hang it up on this rack, and pressure wash the carpet because it's so disgusting. That's bad.
Oh man, I hope I'm not doing that to my car.
Don't do that to your car.
I don't ever. I should vacuum my car. I don't smoke anymore, so that problem is fixed.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Phone line is open if you want. That's something we haven't talked about, by the way, in a while. Is the what do you call it again? The cleaning. What do you call it again?
Detailing.
Detailing. Thank you.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that Sunrise, and not just the detailing. I don't care what you need done to a car. If you need the windows tinted, if you need detailing, if you need an alarm system put in, if you want to put accessories on it, you can bring it to us. And you need exhaust work, you need a muffler, bring it to us. We get everything done.
Really?
We know if
Wait
it
a
has
minute.
to do.
I know something I might come to you for.
Okay.
I just got a new phone.
Okay.
And it's got a thing on there to send a signal to my radio, but my radio is not up to date.
Okay.
You could do that?
Yeah. If your radio in your car is capable of Bluetooth,
Right. I don't think it is.
Well, then how are you gonna now?
That's what I mean. Could I get a new radio in my
Yes.
car?
I just got myself a new Toyota truck, and the radio that was in the Toyota truck didn't have the capability for me to have an accessory port.
Right.
So I put a radio in so that I could link my phone to my stereo.
Are you familiar with iHeartRadio, that app?
No.
No? I don't know if there are others, but this is the one I like to listen to at home because I can listen to stations anywhere in the country or in the world, I think. Okay. So I typically listen to the one I grew up with in New York. Okay. I know that's kind of crazy. It's personal, whatever.
Yeah.
I would love to listen to that in the car.
Yeah.
And according to this, I can.
Yes.
But I have to listen to it on these little tiny speakers.
No.
Really?
No.
So you put in radios?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Do I have to go buy the radio and bring it to you?
No.
I get a radio from you.
Yes. A nice Kenwood radio, and it's USB port. It has an accessory
Really?
port, Bluetooth technology. You can even hook it up, if you
How much
want.
is that?
They're probably around, I'd say around $225 to $250. Have a little remote control. You can turn the volume up.
Wow, that's what they sell for.
Well,
And you put them in and everything?
I'll install it and everything.
Wow. Is it hard?
No.
Hard to do?
Well, there you go. That's the
That's the question.
That's for some people.
Well, I don't mean. I'm not asking you so that I can do it myself.
No.
I just hate for you to be selling me something at cost and then not making money on the labor.
Make money on you, brother. I'm gonna make that's why I get to come here on Tuesdays and do this show.
Right.
Somewhere down the line, I have to make some money.
I hope so.
So there is.
I hope so. If you go see Matt and it's because of this show, please tell him that it's because of this show.
And Philip, and if you're a new person, you've never been there before, Philip always asks. And Chrissy always asks. Yeah. Why did you come here?
And did they ever say, I heard Matt?
I heard him on the radio. And actually, there's, I always say that there's 14 listeners, and I found out this week that there's 15 listeners now. I had a woman that she hears me on the radio, and
do they ever say to you, "Is that guy really as dumb as he sounds"? Talking about me?
No, they're talking about me.
Oh, talking about you.
But we had a situation where there was a situation where someone had a handicap van, and there was, I believe, a death, and the family needed to know what they can do with this van.
Oh, wow.
So And so I know somebody that's in that market, in that field of cars that equip handicapped vehicles.
Sure.
And not just because of my son, but I've known this guy for a long time because I've done a lot of work for him, and so I got them connected. I don't even know the outcome of what happened with that, but at least I can get her in the direction she needs to go. So yeah, if it has to do with a car, I don't care what it is. We had peoples. We had connections.
Do you think I should hook up my CB radio?
Why?
That's a no, isn't it?
Well, I mean, are you a CB?
I don't know.
What's your handle?
My handle is Papa the Trunk.
Papa the Trunk.
Yes, Papa the Trunk.
Papa
Yes.
the Trunk.
Yes.
I think you're friends with the guy that didn't he? Someone stole my battery. Papa the Trunk.
Yes.
Let Robin out. Papa the Trunk.
Oh my God.
Papa the Trunk.
You're my man friend. We watched this movie the other day. Men are supposed to have man friends. You're it. You're it. You're my man. You're the guy who makes me laugh. Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Good morning, Matt. Larry.
Morning, Sonny.
Papa the Trunk, I am. Papa the Trunk.
When you mentioned that, it made me think of the good old days. Go to the drive-in movie, and there'd be two of us, and we'd be like three more in the trunk. That's when you had a car that had those kind of trunks, like 59 Chevy, Impala two-door hardtop. But anyway,
Papa the Trunk. Let the kids out.
yeah. Yeah, it was I don't know, just don't see this stuff anymore today.
Thank God.
I bet you do. I bet you kids are still hiding in the trunk for the drive-in theater.
Yeah, and we weren't anywhere near the borders. But anyway, you talk about cars. When you do the detailing, I know they use that buffer to get it out. I see so many cars around here where it looks like they used a buffer on it and they just did away with the clear coat. And I am, kind of leery about going through that bit of aggravation. And I'm just wondering, the guy doing the detailing, does he, wear down the clear coat just to get that shine, or how does that work? Or does it get filled in with a regular wax?
No, go ahead.
No, that was the question.
Oh,
the detailing.
No, I don't know if you've ever seen a car like that's going through a painting process, but if you saw the car before the clear coat is applied, okay, the paint's dead. It looks dull. It's dead. And then after they put the clear coat on, it brings it to life. So I guess we're over now, and you can come back next Tuesday at 10, and I'll finish the answer to that question.
What's your phone number?
My phone number is 352-690-1930.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. There are at least 11 people dead and more than 1,500 homes and businesses that were there on Sunday are now gone in wildfires in Northern California.
I looked up and a golf ball-sized ember coming down my street at 30-mile-an-hour winds. Looked like something out of some Armageddon movie.
There are thousands of evacuees, many forced from their homes with no time to spare. North Korea is accused of hacking South Korean military plans.
According to a South Korean newspaper, North Korean hackers stole hundreds of classified files, including South Korean plans to assassinate North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. The breach is said to have occurred last year. It's claimed the documents stolen include a plan for South Korean and American operations in the event of war breaking out, as well as details about military facilities, power plants, and joint military drills.
Fox's Simon Owen. Fox News, we report, you decide.